In the LGBTQ Pride Month, heated discussions surrounding queer rights have taken center stage, captivating the attention of the American public. Stay tuned if you don't want to miss the latest news on this.
When God abandons a nation, it's when God abandons a society and gives them over to the consequences of their behavior, which is escalating iniquity and disaster, leading to judgment. This wrath of God is released from heaven, revealed from heaven.
Both Target and the Los Angeles Dodgers have recently come under fire for their celebrations of Pride this year.
Target, that major U.S. retailer, losing billions of dollars in market value over the last couple of weeks. Well, the reason, backlash over Pride-themed clothing aimed at children. We're just days away from the start of June. June is Pride Month for members of the LGBTQ plus community.
Some conservatives have called for a boycott of Target in response to their 2023 Pride collection, and they have criticized the Dodgers for choosing to recognize an LGBTQ activist group that dresses as nuns in drag. The new anti-gay law in Uganda has given some American conservative and right-wing voices the chance to support a rollback of gay rights, while others have joined a chorus of diverse voices condemning the legislation as inhumane. Although homosexual conduct was always prohibited in Uganda, the new laws impose harsher penalties. These sentences range from life in prison for offenders to the death penalty.
I have raised this issue, and let me be clear about where we stand. First of all, for the American press who are here, you know that a great deal of work in my career has been to address human rights issues, equality issues across the board, including as it relates to the LGBT community. And I feel very strongly about the importance of supporting the freedom and supporting and fighting for equality.
On May 29, Cruz tweeted that the new law was horrific and wrong, human rights abuse, and grotesque and an abomination. That prompted Ascol, the president of Founders Ministries, who advocates for a return to conservatism in the Southern Baptist Convention, to issue a call. He tweeted, "Tell it to God, Ted," and quoted Leviticus 20:13, an Old Testament verse that condemns homosexuality and calls for the death penalty.
You know, it's interesting. I think that in years past, every year, every June, you see the ball get pushed further and further and further, and the Overton windows shift further and further and further into new and previously unimagined forms of perversity.
Right.
Christians are tempted to just not say anything and not react in any way and kind of just let it go, because it could make people not want to listen to us when we preach the gospel, you know?
Yeah.
And then the other temptation is to become so caustic.
Ascol asked Cruz, was this law God gave to his old covenant people horrific and wrong? In his podcast, The Sword and the Trowel, Ascol said that he's not advocating the death penalty for homosexuality. He's pointing out that Ted Cruz's judgment is a judgment of God. We need to proclaim the truth in the gospel, which is the only answer.
To Los Angeles now, where Los Angeles Dodgers are facing backlash after announcing they were re-inviting the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence to its Pride Night festivities.
Thank you for joining us on Christ Rewind. Our mission is to proclaim and treasure Christ forever, and we're grateful to have you on this journey with us. Until next time, stay blessed and keep shining His light.